in Stewart. That's where I met Mario. I'm a UAW member as well. August 5th, 2006, Mario received a doctorate of divinity from the Detroit International School of Ministry. August 2007, Mario was ordained a minister and appointed as presiding elder of the House of God. He also was assistant to the leadership under the late Dr. Bishop Lovell Wooden Sr. April 6, 2008, Mario succeeded the late Dr. Bishop Lovell Wooden Sr. to become the bishop and overseer of the Beverly House of God Church, now known as the New Vision Outreach Ministries, HGO. After serving over 30 years, Mario retired from the Ford Motor Company Dearborn Truck Plant in Dearborn. He now devotes his full attention to his family, his ministry, and his community, which he serves so very, very well in my hometown of Romulus, which is where I reside. His church is right down the street, and he does an absolutely incredible job of uplifting the community and ensuring that those people who are less fortunate are served to the fullest extent. So with that being said, it's my honor, my pleasure, and my privilege to bring up Dr. Mario A. Clark, Sr. Mario?
I want to say good afternoon or good morning to everyone. Kind of tall, so you'll have to excuse me. We just want to, as we prepare to beseech the Lord, we want to say it's an honor to stand before you all. It's a privilege. I praise God for all of you that are here, that work so diligently in your respective positions. And I want to give accolades and honor to my good friend and brother, Alan Wilson, the commissioner of District 11. As we were talking in the office before I got here, I was just reminiscent over the years that we had time to fellowship. And you have a good man on the team. I just want to say that. He has never forgotten his roots. He has never forgotten where he's come from. Being a pastor, a lot of people think that, oh, God just blesses the pastor and they don't need help because they can go straight to God. But last year I ran into some difficulties with some things after my mother passed, and I didn't know what to do and who to turn to. And I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I went down in my office and I began to pray. And not even realizing that I had the Wayne County Commissioner in my Rolodex or my phone, it dawned on me, it just like a light came on. You know, you've done all you can do. And I just didn't know where else to turn. And I thought about it, I said, God has given me all the tools that I need to get this situation taken care of. And I got on the phone and I called him, and he worked diligently to see us through our situation until it was rectified. And even when I gave up, I would get calls from him letting me know he had not forgot about us. So I just want to give praise to him for the diligent work he does in the community, and all of you as well.
Thank you.
And at this time, if we bow our heads, please, in a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly and gracious Father, we want to say thank you. We want to give you praise, honor, and glory for even allowing us to see another day. You let us know that each day brings new mercies. And we understand that you're the Father that is in heaven and whom created the world out of nothing. We know that you're the God who spoke everything into existence. And all of us here are the result of your creativity. Lord, your word tells us that where two or three are gathered together in your name, you, God, would be in the midst. Therefore, we ask that you would bless each person present here today with your grace, your protection, your wisdom, and favor. We pray for clear minds, anointed communication, that the desired result may exceed all expectations. And finally, we say thank you for being a God who is always understanding and loving. And God, we thank you for blessing us in ways that are beyond our understanding. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, we pray and give thanks. Amen.
Amen. All right. Thank you. Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor, for those inspiring words. Thank you, Commissioner Wilson, for your introduction, for all the work that you've done in the community. It has only been a year, Commissioner Wilson, but it seems like forever. So, but thank you, sir, for your service, sir. See, I said something, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you. It was good. Thank you for your service, sir. Next item, please.
Election of officers.
At this time, we will have the election of the vice chair of the Wayne County Commission. I'd like to call on Commissioner Baydoun. Is there support? Supported by Commissioner Garza. Any discussion? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. Next item,
Item number 2 is election of the vice chair pro tempore of the Wayne County Commission.
I'd like to call on Commissioner Joy Palomero. Thank you so much. Is there support? Supported by Commissioner Baker McCormick. Any
No, supported by Mareki.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my little screen here. Supported by Commissioner Marecki. All right, Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just for clarification, I know because of our new terms, things have changed. So we no longer have to elect a chair, but just the vice chair and pro tem.
Yes.
Is that part of the new rules or?
That's part of the MCL, 30, the law.
Okay.
Yeah, Michigan State law.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. I didn't receive the new
Yeah.
terms of how we would do that. So for the chair,
Mhm.
your election would take place every,
We don't know yet. We're still working with the state legislature.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So once we
All
get
right.
clarification from the state legislature, then we'll relay that.
okay, great. Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you. Please vote.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you so much. Congratulations, gentlemen. At this time, we need to do a swearing in, and Ms. Lane will do the swearing in of both of those positions.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, gentlemen. Look forward to working with you again. Next item, please. Vice Chair Pro Tem Baydun.
Move for approval. Support.
Been moved and supported. Any discussion on the journal? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you so much. Next item.
Report from the chair.
Just want to wish everyone a happy new year. We had a successful 2025. Look forward to another successful year in 2026, working together with the administration and each of you to move the county forward and all the things that we do for the residents of Wayne County. So thank you for doing all the work, and especially thank you to our staff that does so much work to support us as well. And again, we look forward to a prosperous and productive 2026. Thank you. Next item.
Unfinished business, there is none listed. We're moving to offering of all petitions, ordinances, resolutions, and presentations. There's one item listed, a resolution by all commissioners honoring the Northville High School Boys Cross-Country Team for its successful 2025 season, which it capped by winning the Michigan High School Athletic Association Lower Peninsula Division I State Championship for the 4th consecutive year.
Okay, Commissioner Marecki, come on up. I'd like to call on Commissioner Marecki and the team to come up for remarks, please.
Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year to everyone. Look at this great group. I thought I'd bring them up because it's a smaller group and they fit right here in front. Thank you, Chair Bell and colleagues, for giving me a few moments during this meeting to recognize the Northville High School Boys Cross Country Team for yet another outstanding season. You may recognize some familiar names as this marks their 4th consecutive Division I state championship. It's a real honor for me to recognize a team that has brought an incredible amount of pride to Northville and to Wayne County. I get to talk about many accomplishments in this role, but I can honestly say this one is very special. Winning a state championship is hard. Winning 4 in a row in Division I is something very few teams will ever experience. What they've done is truly historic. This season, Northville dominated all year. The team went undefeated in its division for the 5th year in a row, claimed a 4th straight Kensington Lakes Athletic Association conference title, and brought home a 5th straight regional championship. That kind of consistency doesn't happen by accident. It comes from showing up every day, holding each other accountable, and believing in the process even when the work gets tough. This championship group includes, and boys, put your hand up when I call your name. Seniors Benjamin Hardigan, Ryan Stojove, Ethan Hertza, Colton Blackburn, juniors Brandon Cloud and Jack Lewis, and sophomores Manny Coates and Lucas Mullen. Each of you have played a role in this remarkable run, and together you've built something that will be remembered in Northville for a very long time. I also want to recognize the coaching staff. Head coach Tim Dalton, who will say a couple words, along with Jack Dalton, Chris Inch, Lauren Peck, and Adam Gabraw. Yeah. You've built more than a winning program, and you've built a culture that instills discipline, teamwork, and resilience, and it shows up every time these athletes step onto the course. On behalf of Wayne County, congratulations on an extraordinary accomplishment. It is my privilege to present this resolution honoring your 4th consecutive Division I state championships. Congratulations and thank you for all being here. There you go. Oh.
First, thank you to all of you as commissioners and especially Commissioner Marecki for taking a couple minutes. I know you have a ton of important information to discuss, but to honor our kids. She did a great job of summarizing it 4 years in a row. No matter what sport or activity in life, to win it all like that is truly incredible for these kids. I will give you a couple stats on the sport. Cross country, each school gets 7 kids. They run 3.1 miles or a 5K. You add up their finishing places and the low score wins. So like golf and low score. We had 3 finish in the top 10 in the state of Michigan. Brandon Cloud Jr. ran 14 minutes and 52 seconds. I'm not a math major, but if you divide that by 3, figure out his mile pace. Super impressive. Ben Hardigan, a senior, finished 8th in the state of Michigan, and Ryan Stojove was 10th. Our 4th runner was senior Ethan Hertza. 5th runner was Manny Coates. 6th runner was senior Colton Blackburn. 7th was Lucas Mullen. And our junior, we had an alternate, Jack Lewis. So it's really about them. Super proud of them, the way they represented not only our high school, but our community and really Wayne County on a state level. And then the last thing I will say, can't do it. We had 91 boys on our team total. Couldn't do it without assistant coaches. So truly appreciative for the 2 that are here today, Coach Lauren Peck and Coach Chris Hinch. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Marecki, and congratulations, coaches, and to all of our young people. We have such dynamic student athletes in Wayne County, and it's important that we recognize their successes. So thank you again, Commissioner Marecki, and thank you, young people, for coming down this morning. Congratulations on your success, and we wish you more. And maybe you'll be here next year for a 5th consecutive win. So congratulations, and thank you again for coming down. All right. I've got to vote. Okay. So motion by Commissioner Marecki, supported by Commissioner Peterson Mayberry on the resolution. Any discussion? Please vote.
Motion carries.
All right. Thank you so much. Next item, please.
Reports from committees, there are none listed. We're moving to upcoming meetings.
Okay, please note the upcoming meetings for next week. If there are any changes, please let the clerk know. Commissioner Garza?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd just like to note that the Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security will be postponed.
Okay, public safety postponed.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Kinlock.
also like to inform you that the Committee on Ways and Means will also be postponed.
Ways and Means postponed as well. Okay. Commissioner Garza.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I missed one. The Community Corrections Advisory Board will also be postponed until January 22nd.
January 22nd. Community Corrections Advisory Board members, January 22nd for that meeting. All right. Thank you so much. Next item.
We're moving to new business immediate consideration. There are 10 items listed. Item number 1 is requesting commission approval of.
1 second, please, for me. I just want to explain what we're doing here. So we have immediate considerations on the agenda for today because obviously this being the first meeting of the year, we did not have committees prior to these items coming before us. So we will go through these items as if we're in a committee format. The representatives from departments will come and speak to the items, and then the floor be open for questions from the commissioners before we vote on the items. So that being said, Madam Clerk.
Item number 1 is requesting commission approval of a 3-year professional services contract with 2 one-year options to renew between the Charter County of Wayne and RMS Energy Company LLC, not to exceed $689,137.50 for electrical troubleshooting, repairs, testing, and maintenance for the combined sewer overflow retention treatment basins and the Rouge Valley Sewer Disposal System lift station.
Okay. All right, who's here to speak to this item? You're on.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Pereira. I'm the Assistant Division Director for DPS Environmental Services Division. This contract is for as needed and testing and analysis for the electrical systems at 4 of our pump stations, the CSO basins, along with the pump stations that are located at the Rouge Valley Sewage Disposal System. This contract is needed because the systems are very old and outdated, and there's been a lot of electrical issues there. And so we needed to get a contract in place so that we can have these, we don't have emergency situations that arise. We have a contract in place with a company that can handle this, went out for bid, and this company was the one that won the bid.
For these particular sewage lines, are there others that are in need of this type of support, or this will complete all of them?
This will complete all of them.
Any discussion on item number 1? Discussion, Commissioner Peterson Mayberry?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So you did ask my one question, but I did have one additional question. So I noticed that, so the headquarters for this is in Minnesota?
I'm sorry, in
The
Minnesota?
headquarters for RMS, I'm sorry.
Yes, they
Okay,
have,
but they
a
have
branch
local
here.
office?
Yes.
Okay. And then the other question was, have we had these repairs before, and is this the company that we've used in the past?
We have used them in the past for an emergency situation, but we've had situations before where we've had to ask for either emergency assistance or we've had companies that we've had a PO with before. This company, it went out as an RFQ, so they were the most qualified.
Okay. I saw the rubrics, and so the last question I'll ask is, in the rubrics that was used, I know there was one other vendor, and so do we typically, is it best practice to just go by the highest score? Or are there other mechanisms in place to decide when you're deciding like who the final company is that receives the bid?
So usually when it's an IFB, it's usually the lowest bidder, but this one was an RFQ, so it was request for qualification, and they were the most qualified.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any additional questions on this item? And let's do items 1 through 6 together, and then we'll do 7 through 10. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item?
Item number 2 is requesting commission approval of an addendum to a cooperative agreement between the Charter County of Wayne and McAllister, Inc., doing business as Michigan Cat, not to exceed $198,571.35 through Sourcewell contract number 011723 for the purchase of one Caterpillar 923 RQ wheel loader.
Madam Chair, Commissioners, Erica Smith, Wayne County Parks Director. This item is for purchase of equipment, a front loader, to replace equipment that's aged out.
Do you know how long the equipment that we had previously, we'd had that for? How many years?
I believe 25 years, what I was.
Pretty aged out. Okay.
Yeah, we have some old equipment. We're very excited about this.
Okay. Any additional questions on this item? Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Point about the age out, is that the usual life of the expectancy of this type of?
That's a great question. Seems like things that were constructed years ago last a little longer. You know, often what happens to equipment, we use it for as long as we can and replace it usually when we need it. It's good to have a plan in place for replacing, but I think Parks is a little behind just, you know, with limited resources and rising costs for equipment like this. But this had been planned for and budgeted in the Parks millage.
What's the warranty on this?
That's a great question. I will have to follow up on that.
Mr. Colleen?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Morning. What is a wheel loader and what do we do with it?
From what I know, the front loader is used for a variety of things. It can
Well, this
lift
says
heavy things.
wheel loader. Is that the same thing as a front loader?
Yeah, I think we call it in-house a front loader. So it's equipment with a big kind of bucket on the front. So it can be used for lifting things, moving them. Sometimes there's attachments you can put on them for a few different activities.
But it's a front loader.
Yeah,
Never heard of a wheel loader. Thank you.
yeah,
Commissioner Marecki?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Turn your mic back on.
Thank you. It includes a 60-month, 3,000-hour extended warranty on powertrain hydraulics and tech.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any additional questions on this item? Okay, thank you. Next item.
Number 3 is requesting commission approval of amendment number 1 to a 3-year contract with a 1-year option to renew between the Charter County of Wayne and Great Lakes Engineering Group, LLC, not to exceed $25,733.26, exercising the option to renew and extending the term to expand the scope of services related to the investigation of the historical significance of the Ferry Street Bridge, to obtain State Historic Preservation Office and U.S. Army Corps of Engineers permits for professional engineering design services for the bridge reconstruction over the thoroughfare canal between Meridian Road and East River Road in Grosse Ile Township.
Thank you for that run-on sentence. Sir, if
Good
you
morning,
could,
Madam
please.
Chair. Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year to everybody. This is Sammy Caldi, Director of Engineering, Wayne County Highway Engineer. This project is related to a bridge design for one of our consultants. We had to do a little bit of extra work that was required. So that's why we're seeking additional funding to cover the design of this bridge.
Name for the record, please.
Name,
Your name for the record.
Sammy Caldi.
Thank you. Discussion, Commissioner Colleen?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, Mr. Caldi. So we are looking at obtaining state historic preservation.
Yes, sir.
That's like a category that bridge would be an historic.
During the design of this bridge, we searching the information, we determined this bridge is a historical bridge, and then we have to seek the permit from U.S. Corps of Engineers as well as from the state too.
So I didn't quite hear all of that. What's the consequences? What is good for Wayne County if this does have historic preservation? How does that change the management of it?
Be closer to the mic, please.
Yeah, I mean, if it is determined to be a historical bridge, there are a lot of extra steps that required from us to do. We have to document the whole history of the bridge. We have to take photos and make sure everything is being preserved. So it's a little bit of a lengthy process to get this bridge approved by the state and U.S. Corps of Engineers before we do any reconstruction of this bridge.
Still having trouble hearing you, Mr. Caldi. Maybe it's me. There's a different regulatory environment if you're on the historic preservation list or historic list?
Yes, typically when it is a historical bridge, you have to go through the process of getting a permit from MDOT for, we call it the SHIBO. And like I said, it's a lengthy process to document everything the state needs for that particular bridge, or even any entity we run into through it if we are doing a road job too. So it's required. But if it's not historical or it doesn't have any history, then we don't have to get a permit from MDOT.
Any help from the state of Michigan in terms of maintaining it once it's historic? Does the state kick in anything for maintenance?
No, sir. The state want to make sure everything is being recorded and preserved for that particular structure.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Marecki?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So just a couple questions. Who initiated this process to find out if this is a historic bridge?
Typically, this is in any design process. It's in any design process.
In
either
any
a
design
road-
project they do?
Yeah, we have to make sure we are in compliance with all
Okay.
these requirements.
Okay, so if it's deemed historic too, it's going to be more money, a lot more money probably to,
It's the cost will be to go through the process of the approval, which is, it costs sometimes from $20,000 to $30,000 just to do this part of the SHIBO.
okay, but you don't think there'd be added costs as time moves on because it's historic? It would just be this?
Yeah, so far, this is what we have received from the design engineer.
Okay, so we do this with every bridge that, okay, I didn't know that. All right, I guess that's it. Thank you.
Additional discussion, Commissioner Baker McCormick?
So for clarification, is there some type of placard or something that goes on the bridge that says it's historical after it's deemed that?
There are rules and guidelines by the state to determine which structure in general is historical or non-historical. So it goes by years and the way it's constructed too. So yeah, there are a lot of guidelines. That's why it takes a little bit of time and extra money effort to make sure like we're preserving everything for this bridge before we demo the bridge.
Right, but is there a certification or a placard that goes on the bridge that states this is a historical designation? Do you know if there's,
So I don't think there is a plaque. I think there is a plaque usually with every bridge that was, when it was constructed, we preserve that too.
it's just part of the process? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Additional remarks, questions, Commissioner Clemente?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So as we're waiting for this, I'm wondering about the safety of the bridge. Is it fine to be used while we're waiting to do the reconstruction for the state to say if it's historic or not?
Yeah, I mean, if we determine that the bridge is not safe, we will close it. But the bridge is open to traffic. This means it is safe to keep it open.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Commissioner Palomero?
Thank you, Madam Chair. To some of my colleagues' questions, yes, I believe at some point there will be a placard that's put up on the side of the bridge that designates that as a historic structure. To Commissioner Clemente, yes, I believe it's safe. I drove over it yesterday. And also request to be the maker of this motion, item 3. Thank you.
Duly noted.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any additional questions on this item? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Here for the next one.
Oh, next one too? Oh, okay. Madam Clerk?
Item number 4 is requesting commission approval of retroactive amendment number 1 to a 1-year construction contract with a 1-year option to renew between the Charter County of Wayne and Dan's Excavating, not to exceed $64,808.91, exercising the option to renew to continue improvements to the Joy Road and McClumpa Road intersection in Canton and Plymouth Townships.
Sir?
Yes, this is a project nearby Canton Plymouth School. We had to do some safety improvement at the intersection. There was no traffic signal. So we also determined that the traffic signal is warranted. And we also had to make crosswalks safe to students to cross. And this project started on time. And we determined that because of the signal, there was like 6 months lead time on these ones. So, and the contractor continued to work to make sure everything is in place before the school opens up again. And the majority of the work was completed in May 2025. We just had to do some restorations to complete the job before the students come back to school. So the project has been completed in order to close the job. Usually it takes about 180 days to close the job. We have to have an active contract.
Thank you. Any questions on this item? Commissioner Dodd?
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is my district. So I know that the light has been operating for some time. What else needs to be done? I've read the analysis, but in non-engineering speak, what else needs to be completed on this project? And what's the timeline? And is the intersection going to be closed at any point to traffic?
No, everything is right now operating the way it should be. There is no additional work needs to be done. All the punch list has been taken care of during that last summer season. So everything is fine right now. We don't need to do any additional work. Everything is completed.
So what are we approving? What?
We're
approving more, there needs to be,
We're asking for the work that has been completed, you know,
okay,
and to close up the job.
okay, all right. So everything has been
Yes.
completed? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any additional questions on this item? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item?
Item number 5 is requesting commission approval of amendment number 7 to a 3-year agreement between the Charter County of Wayne and the Senior Alliance with no change in the dollar amount, extending the term of the agreement for fiscal years 23 through 26 to continue to provide congregate home-delivered liquid and halal meals to eligible senior citizens in the 34 communities of the Western Wayne County and Downriver areas.
Sir?
Good morning, William Chuck Jackson, Department Director of Senior Services. This is simply, the Wayne County has a 3-year contract with the Senior Alliance. That's the area agency in which the Meals on Wheels program is administered through. And instead of having a bid out in the current year, fiscal year, they agreed to extend the contract for 1 year, and we will be bidding on the contract in February of this year for a new 3-year contract that will start October 1 of 2026.
7.
No, it would start, yeah.
This is 26.
No, 2026.
Oh, to
October.
start this year?
Yes,
Okay,
because
so
this extension ends September 30th of 2026.
Gotcha. Thank you. Any discussion on this item? This is again, an extension for the current contract to the end of this fiscal year.
Correct.
All right. Any discussion or questions on this item? Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the last one in this group.
Item number 6 is requesting commission approval of retroactive amendment number 1 to a revenue generating towing services contract with 1 2-year option to renew between the Charter County of Wayne and Martin's Towing in the estimated amount of $150,000, exercising the option to renew to provide the Sheriff's Office with towing, storage, and auction services initiated for assistance, abandonment, and/or nuisance abatement seizures.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners, and Happy New Year. Benita Terry with Wayne County Sheriff's Office, Chief of Administration. So we come before you today asking for your approval on this revenue contract with Martin's Towing. It's from October 1st of 2025 through September 30th of 2027, and the revenue amount of $150,000.
And this is retroactive?
It is retroactive, yes.
No. What happened to make it retroactive?
Just the timing, but there has not been any towing services provided at this time.
Questions, Commissioner Killeen?
Or we haven't received any revenue, rather.
Commissioner Killeen?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Towing contracts make me nervous. There's a long history in Southeast Michigan with towing contracts. Sometimes it involves the Cosa Nostra and other. How do we assess whether this is the proper company to provide these services?
This towing company was selected through a RFP. There was an official bid and an evaluation committee. So this Martin's Towing as well as J&T were both selected.
what do we look for in that RFP? You know, I'm concerned about citizens showing up to get their cars back and how that process goes and how the company handles it. In the RFP, what are the things that we're looking for out of a towing company, other than just getting a car off the road?
Well, our operations team provides the information that they really need to the procurement department, and they go out and they do the selection. They have an entire list that the criteria has to be met, and it's a scoring evaluation that's done. And I can't give you details as to each and every piece of it, but the time that they've been in business, as far as the employees that are employed, their ethics that's involved. So there's a lengthy process.
All right, they just make me nervous. Thank you. Thank you, Madam.
You're welcome.
Kristen Mayberry?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. Terry, so I know you've mentioned in previous meetings that you've come and changed some of processes that were or were not in place. So thank you for that. And so when I look back at the history with this company from 2012, it seems as if we started a new contract right button up into the end of one contract. So I know you said timing on this one, so it ended in October. And so now it's January and we're seeing it. So there was nothing done, but do we have something going forward so that there's not an overlap in contracts like this? I mean, when we're talking about towing, not like interrupting an existing project.
Yes, and we continue to try to move forward with getting our contracts with doing like a 4-month lead time. But between your staffing, not just for our department, but staffing and procurement and new systems, it's been a timing issue. You're welcome.
Thank you. Commissioner Marecki?
Madam Chair, our legal committee has said there have been services provided since the end of September.
Yes, and I did speak with, he's more like a director now, and he did assure me again that there has not been any revenue that we received. So if a vehicle is towed, I know that's listed on there, and I've seen, yes, that services were provided, but I wanted to clarify that piece. That
So
we did not actually have a vehicle towed since.
Haven't had a vehicle?
No.
For 4 months?
Not with Martin's Towing.
Not with Martin Towing?
Yes.
So with another towing company?
J&T, I'm not even sure because there's outside of this, there's a lawsuit right now with forfeiture laws. So we are really cautious on towing vehicles right now.
Okay, so we're just kind of paying?
No,
we
we're
go
not
along?
paying. This is a revenue contract. We get paid when these vehicles are auctioned. And we have not received any revenue.
Our legal counsel want to weigh in through the chair by any chance?
Counsel?
Through the chair to this honorable body, we don't have any specifics, so we have to rely on the department with regards to the actions that have or haven't been taken and services provided by the vendor. So I would have to refer back to Ms. Terry.
All right, thank you.
Commissioner Kinlock?
Yes, Madam Chair. Yes, she just mentioned a lawsuit. I'd like to ask ask our counsel to coordinate with the department to get an update as it relates to the circumstances surrounding that, as well as your office as well. Yeah.
Yes, I'll coordinate with Corporation Counsel with regards to that. We also received recently a FOIA related to towing, which, so you may hear something about that in the future too.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we were on this side made aware of what's going on there. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Good morning, through the chair, Sue Humo, Deputy Corporation Counsel. The lawsuit that was referenced by Director Terry is a lawsuit that's been pending for several years in the United States District Court. Not just specific to, it's a group that's throughout the country that's challenging forfeiture laws. And Wayne County, the lawsuit obviously against Wayne County is part of a national effort to bring about change in forfeiture laws.
Okay, so just want you all to communicate with our counsel and the chair so that we can be brought up to speed as it relates to the impact of this lawsuit. Yep.
Okay.
And just for clarification, we use Martin's Towing, which is this contract here, and then JT Towing. Are those the only two that we use?
Yes, yes,
And for further clarification, this is a revenue contract where we receive proceeds after auctions.
yes,
And you're stating that there's been no auctions in the last 3 months
yes, that's correct.
for us to get proceeds from. Okay. Any additional discussion or questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, for items 1 through 6 is a motion for those. I have a motion by Commissioner Peterson Mayberry, support by Commissioner Wilson. Any further discussion on items 1 through 6? Hearing none, please vote.
Madam Chair, I wanted to be the maker of the motion of item 1. And I originally made the motion, but if you can just, thank you.
Welcome.
Motion carries, and I have Commissioner Baker McCormick as the maker of the motion on item number 1, and Commissioner Palomero, maker of the motion, item number 3.
Thank you. All right, next items are the Oracle contracts for 7, 8, 9, and 10. So who's here to speak to those?
Happy New Year, and through the chair, Mike Jameson, Connect 43, Project Director.
Hello.
Hello.
Coming in loud and clear. Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. We'll have the clerk read number 7.
Item number 7 is requesting commission approval of a retroactive 7-month cooperative agreement between the Charter County of Wayne and Oracle America not to exceed $67,089.05 through the State of Michigan Department of Technology Management and Budget, My Deal contract, to provide ongoing maintenance and optimization of Oracle Cloud to directly bill for the enterprise performance management environment through the Connect 43 module.
Okay, Mr. Jameson.
And through the chair, if it's okay, I'll speak to all 4 contracts because they all relate to the same service being provided, if that's okay.
That's fine.
So these 4 contracts relate to our 4 major pillars for Connect 43, EPM, which is the budgetary planning system, the enterprise resource planning or ERP system, financials, and the human capital management HR payroll system, HCM. Essentially, the goal of this contract these contracts are twofold. The first is to serve as a bridge to allow us to enter into new contracts long-term that allow us to align the start and stop dates between the Wayne County systems and the Oracle systems, which you'll see 4 contracts coming up for a May amendment. The second is the prior contract, which expired on 9/30, bundled HCM, ERP, and EPM into one contract. And because we had different start dates for related to the replans of the implementations for ERP, HCM, and EPM, all of the contracts were essentially bundled under one contract with the same start and stop date in our system and Oracle system, because we're starting the services on different times. So just to level set for everyone, we went live with HCM July 1st of 2024. The ERP system went live October 6th of 2025, and the EPM system went live October 27th of 2025. Then they had a 1 year or 1 month hypercare session under the implementation contract, which was the contract that we've been dealing with primarily since we've been having these discussions, the actual implementation of the systems. And so this managed services contract was primarily applying to HCM. And so these contracts were intended to essentially ensure we had funding for the services through the end of April, which is when the services expire in Oracle system. And so ultimately, it would allow us to fund the services, which we weren't intending for them to be retroactive when we initially submitted, but we had some delays in getting some changes made in the Oracle system, which we put it on the agenda to the internal team with a little tight timing. And so the game plan really is to have these contracts approved and then present new contract amendments for longer terms that will tie up ERP, HCM, and EPM, for a 2 to 3 year period. We're still kind of working through that with Oracle. And so in the interim, these contracts would be the bridge between the end of the prior combined managed services contract and then the start of those new contracts that will be forthcoming for a May approval.
Thank you. Remain on the line for questions, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Commissioner Kinlock.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My question is, one, so you intend on bringing to us an extension up to like 3 additional years. When does the sunset on this project, when is it expected to end? As well as definitely want to have a meeting to discuss this ongoing contractual relationship and the costs associated with all the various aspects associated with these contracts. Just wanting to know, do you have a sunset? Is it going to go beyond the 3 years? What's going on here?
Good question. So just for everyone's edification, the Connect 43 project involved 4 major pillars: ERP, HCM, EPM, and then the data warehouse, or we call it, you'll see it as ADW. Three of the 4 have been fully implemented. So we went live with HCM July 2024. October, we went live with ERP and EPM. We are live with the ADW for HCM. So ADW, the warehouse, has 2 components. There's a HCM component, which is in production, and then there's an ERP component, which we haven't started implementation yet. The game plan, to answer the question of when we think we will be done with the implementation, so essentially kind of the last step of the Connect 43 project, and then it essentially reverts to an ongoing maintenance of the county's Oracle platform. We're anticipating June or July. What we are doing is we are preparing a data warehouse ERP only ordering document that we would plan to present sometime in the late March, early April timeframe, just depending on how fast things go in the process. And then we would start the ADW ERP implementation when that contract is approved. And we're anticipating 3 months or so, but there's things that can happen. So potentially longer. So we would bogey in some time for the unexpected. But under a 3-month time frame, we would be anticipating the implementation of Connect 43 being complete in the June, July timeframe of 2025.
Okay, so when I'm talking about those extensions that you're talking about, the 3 years, okay, as you all are in your, I guess, in your huddle discussing the timeline associated with this, I want you all to understand that, to think around shortening and getting this thing done on the as soon as possible, not extending outward. Of course, we want it to work. But it's just, I'm just very concerned about issues that I will meet with you all to discuss along with the chair and the chair of Gov Ops as it relates to this issue, because this has to stop. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other questions or discussions on these items? Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I too am very concerned about this project. I believe think 3 years ago, we were saying that it would be done and complete, up and running. I don't even know what, at this point, what we've spent on the project. Is kind of hard to keep up because we keep extending, and I know that there's been a lot of issues with this and with the whole project. And I know what we're trying to get to, but it is concerning that we keep spending more and more money towards this project, and it seems like we're not getting anywhere. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know. Is there any penalties? Maybe we could ask our council what we can
Madam Chair.
do, or is there any ramifications for each extension going beyond the point as, you know, is there any penalties? That's what I'm asking.
Through the chair to this honorable body, Commissioner, it all depends on the way the contract is written. If there is no breach or no delay that's on the part of Oracle and it's within the county, then there wouldn't be a penalty. So I think that's a complicated question. Nothing has been brought to our attention as we review these that would give us the impression that a penalty should be imposed. But I will rely obviously on the department and those who are intricately involved and know all the details of this. But nothing came to our awareness that would even give us the impression that was an issue at this point. But again, it all depends on the delay. And if there is a delay or it's just a slow process, I can't speak to that. I will again have to rely back on to the department.
Okay, so you're saying that each extension that we've had over the last, I don't know, 5 years, I can't even remember how long the project has been going on, but I know it's been a long time. So you're saying that each delay, you don't think that there's a problem with?
We can't determine that.
Right. I'm saying that we have to rely on the department because we're not involved in the day-to-day. I can't speak to why there has been a delay or why there is a need for an extension. So I think that would have to be a conversation with those involved in the department to really get to those nuts and bolts. I can't speak to that.
And based on that, I will be calling a committee of the whole just to talk about Oracle because it has been a while since we've talked about it, had any information to know what the cost is, to know what the delays have been, to know what the problems have been, what have been the corrections to the problems. So anticipate a committee of the whole early February to go over all things Oracle.
And Madam Chair, to that point, it seems like we set up a committee to a board to review it or to kind of stay on top of it?
No, the that's GovOps is dealing with it, Ways and Means from a general piece, and the chair has been calling committee of whole.
Do you recall?
I don't think we had because it's been a long time.
It has been. That's why I thought we had. But anyway, maybe that is something we can do just so we can keep on top of it and figure out when this project will end. Thank you. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, there've been discussions in the GovOps committee over the years, but I think all of us need to get briefed on what has happened over the last few years and just see where we are with this contract. Michael, anything additional?
Yeah, no, I'll just say through the chair and that's a great question and great discussion. I do want to clarify, when we go live, that is really the end of the implementation / the project. So of the, again, of the 3 major systems or the 4 major systems that we procured as part of this project, we're done with the implementation of the financial management system, the budgetary planning system, and the human capital HR payroll system. So the contracts that we're talking about now are for the ongoing maintenance. These would be the contracts that we would have annually, perpetually, as long as we maintain Oracle. These are managed services contracts, which is a different area of the industry than implementation. So the only project item that is still outstanding as of right now is implementing the data warehouse for ERP, which went live in October.
And just for clarification, these four contracts total roughly 140, was it about 400,000?
301,000 round.
So every year we'll have a $300,000 maintenance bill?
Well, the plan would be to lock it in long term, but yes, yeah, the managed services is for Oracle providing assistance to the county in troubleshooting issues or implementing enhancements. And so we kind of at a high level separate any item related to Oracle into an issue or an enhancement. These contracts assist for those particular environments with the county resolving those issues or enhancements, and that would be in perpetuity, particularly as we're getting new functionality every quarter.
So at least 300,000 a year for the maintenance, at least?
Right, correct.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Clemente?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think it will be very beneficial when we do have our committee of the whole that we give a cheat sheet that explains all these letters that Michael has been spewing out, because not everybody understands exactly what those all mean. We, I won't talk for everybody on my committee, but we have been discussing this a lot. We get reports every month about it, and it is a in-depth read to understand everything. So I appreciate you bringing us all together to discuss this. Thank you.
Commissioner? Thank you. Any additional questions on items 7, 8, 9, and 10? Any additional questions? Commissioner Wilson?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Not to pile on, but every time I see Oracle, I'm like, Commissioner Colleen, I guess I get a little nervous. I think you mentioned get a little nervous about the towing companies. I get a little nervous about Oracle. And just in a nutshell, I can say that several individuals, whether you're on county staff or whether you're a member of the commission, still waiting on checks. So I'm not sure what the issue is here because this has been ongoing. So I do appreciate you, Madam Chair, for calling together committee of the whole so we can hopefully get this resolved once and for all, because it's getting to the point right now where it's becoming absolutely ridiculous. So thank you for that. That was just my commentary. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any additional discussion before we vote? Pardon? Need a motion. Moved by Commissioner Clemente, supported by Commissioner Dobb. Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, please vote.
And carries.
All right, thank you. Next item, please.
We're moving to page 8 of the agenda, testimonial resolutions and certificates of appreciation. There are 5 items listed.
Okay, is there a motion for the testimonial resolutions and certificates of appreciation? Is there a motion? Anybody? Commissioner Baidoon raised his hand. Is there support? Okay, Commissioner Palomero supports. All right, any discussion on these resolutions and certificates of appreciation? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you so much. Next item, please.
We're on memoriams. There are 4 names listed.
Okay, anyone wish to speak to the names listed in memorials? Commissioner Clemente? Oh, sorry. Okay. I'll just mention my aunt, Miss Marjorie Bell, passed away in December. We had her services the top of the January. Like to thank Commissioner Scott for coming out. Marjorie was a lifelong resident of Coney Gardens, So thank you for your support and coming out to support our family. Also want to thank Commissioner Wilson for coming out and supporting our family as well, and all of the kind wishes and condolences from all commissioners and staff. She was only 64 years old, but she's a retiree from Michigan Bell, as was Commissioner Scott, and again, lived in Coney Gardens, went to Corville. We're just going to miss her dearly, but thank you for all of your words of condolences during this difficult time for my family. Thank you. Commissioner Kuznizik.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Chair. Would like to sadly add the name of my grandmother, Kathy Kniezek, who passed away on Saturday. We had just celebrated her 80th birthday on December 14th. And while we're obviously all saddened by the loss, we take great comfort in the memories that we shared with her. I feel truly spoiled to have had 39 years with a grandparent. I think that's an incredible blessing. And we take peace in the fact that she's no longer in pain and she's reunited with my grandfather. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Sincere condolences to you and your family. It's a blessing to have your grandma for as long as you did, though. Thank you for sharing that. Commissioner Maricki.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to add two names, Jerry Valentine and William Freed. Thank you.
Thank you. Duly noted. Commissioner Clemente.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to add one name, Patricia Patty McNeil. She was a very active part of the Parks and Rec in the city of Lincoln Park, and she will be really missed. So thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
I would like to add Peggy Noble. She's a very instrumental community leader. She recently passed away, lives in my district, College Park area.
Did they have the services yet for?
No.
Okay, please let us know when they have the services.
Okay, and you want me to include
Resolution
that?
with her.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Great.
Thank you so much. Commissioner Garza.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just like to add the name of Bill Kessler. He's a longtime volunteer of Taylor North Little League in Taylor. Was the past president of Taylor North Central Little League, and he passed away over the holidays.
That as well. Any additional, Commissioner Palomero?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to add two names. First of Paul Westerdale, Ford Motor Company engineer retiree, and also my daughter's father-in-law, who passed away in December as he was about to turn 80. And also, I learned this morning that longtime downriver journalist Mavis McKinney Ferrand passed away recently, and there will be services this Saturday at Michigan Memorial between 3 and 8 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any additional names? Okay, as we stand for a moment of silence, let us also remember all of those persons who have passed away through gun violence as well. Moment of silence. Thank you so much. And again, condolences to all the families that were listed and lifted up on today. We're keeping all of the families in our prayers during this difficult time. Next item.
Public comments.
Anyone on Zoom for public comments? No hands up? No phone calls or hands for public comments on Zoom? Anyone in the chambers for public comments? Any emails received for public comments?
No emails were received.
Okay, once again, any public comments on Zoom? Emails, chambers, telephone? Okay, hearing none. Next item.
Reconsiderations.
There are none.
Remarks by members.
Any remarks by members? Remarks, Commissioner Dobb.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just want to make a remark about flu cases. Flu cases are surging in Michigan right now. Our state has been hit harder than most states in the country. And it's not too late to get your flu vaccine if you haven't got it already this season. It's not been too long since we have come out of a global pandemic, so we all know what to do with these sorts of situations. You know, stay home when you're sick, wear a mask, wash your hands, don't cough with your mouth open. And so hopefully everyone can stay well this flu season. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Peterson Mayberry?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to lift up and thank our new mayor for the city of Detroit, Mayor Madam Sheffield, with the RX Kids announcement that was done last week. I know we have passed that as a body here a couple of weeks ago, and we know that that is an extremely important program. And when it passed, the commissioners who actually have Detroit, we received lots of calls, text messages, and emails about why Detroit was not a part of that program. And at that time, several of the leaders in Detroit mentioned that it was something that was on their radar. And I know Madam Sheffield, Mayor, she actually talked about that during her campaign. So I'm just excited that the city of Detroit is now also one that's supporting RX Kids. So I just wanted to lift that up.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Very important program that will be beneficial to so many in the city of Detroit and throughout Wayne County. Thank you. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
And speaking of leadership, I wanted to acknowledge and congratulate my council member who is now the president of the Detroit City Council, James Tate. So just wanted to send my congratulations to him, and definitely willing to work with him to keep moving us forward. So thank you.
Thank you. And the two of you must have read my notes because I had it for something to say. So thank you, Commissioner Wilson.
Yeah, just quickly, in addition to what Commissioner Peterson Mayberry alluded to, I want to know, where are we at with the RX Kids for the county, for the individual cities that we approved a few months ago? I know we had a discussion last time we were here about the Michigan State Legislature had they had discontinued the work projects, and I think since then Attorney General Nessel opined that that was wrong what they had did, and they were going to reinstitute, I guess, the funding. So, and I think I heard prior to that that we were not going to be impacted by that, yet we had to vote on it. So I was somewhat perplexed and or confounded in terms of where we are at as of this date.
Do you mind if I ask the director to give a written report on that?
Sure,
Okay,
that'd be
Ms.
great. Thank you.
Director John, no, I can't see far away.
Is it?
If she's here, if we could get a written report to answer those questions, that'd be helpful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
To all
Madam Chair.
commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any additional, Commissioner Scott?
Yes, I want to expand on that also, the RX Kids for Detroit. I want to thank you for putting it on, yes, it was on Facebook and you sent it to us, and it was rather lengthy, but it was really good to see that and to know that we are expanding it in Detroit, and hopefully we can get ours going.
And I
as
do
well.
believe we have, what was the number before break was 800 people had registered in Wayne County in the 6 cities, and 500 were approved. Don't quote me on those numbers, but we had a great response to what we're doing in the 6 cities in Wayne County. But we'll get a written report to everyone so you can know exactly where we stand today.
Thanks again, and Happy New Year's to everyone.
Happy New Year, Commissioner.
Good to see everybody back.
Yes, amen. Healthy and back. Yes, amen. Commissioner Wilson.
Yes, just as a final comment, I suppose this is the elephant in the room, but I think we all are aware of what happened the other day over in Minnesota with the ICE circumstances. And we also, most of us are probably cognizant of the rumors that there's an ICE facility in Highland Park, or potential ICE facility in Highland Park. So I say all that to say this. There's been obviously a lot of discussion, a lot of chatter about ICE and the role that they are playing in destroying neighborhoods. So to that point, do we know if there's anything going on in Highland Park? I'm looking at my commissioner over here, Martha Scott, because I know that's part of your domain, because there's been a lot of inquiries about these individuals and how they're setting up shop for the sole purpose of sort of separating families and violating the Constitution of the United States of America.
Commissioner Scott?
Well, I have spoken to my mayor regarding this, and I guess just like on all of these states, nobody knows, that man up there that's supposed to be heading this country is just sends people in. And I would like to know more about what's going on in my city also, and where would it be, so I do know that we're all getting letters together to send the state rep, state senator, and my mayor and myself.
Let us know if we can be helpful for those individuals who would like to be. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. Commissioner
Martha
Baydun?
Scott.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, I would like to thank all of my colleagues for renewing your trust in me to serve as the Vice Chair Pro Tem on the Wayne County Commission. I appreciate all of your support. Madam Chair, this morning I'm making comments not about tragedies in the Middle East. It seems to be a daily occurrence in the Middle East. But I'm making comments about what happened yesterday in Minnesota. As my colleague Commissioner Wilson alluded to, the killing of Renee Good by ICE agents in Minneapolis is a tragic and unjustifiable act of violence. I mean, we must all condemn the use of excessive force and brutality by law enforcement agents against innocent citizens. Renee Good was a beloved mother of her community, and her life was cut short in a senseless and unnecessary manner. This incident highlights the need for accountability and reform with ICE and law enforcement agencies to prevent such tragedies from happening again. What happened yesterday was not self-defense, as the administration came out and portrayed. This was a murder in cold blood. Our thoughts and prayers are with this family and the loved ones of Renee Good during this difficult time. Can you imagine this mother dropped off her 6-year-old daughter in school? Now the 6-year-old has no mother. She lost her mother in cold blood. It's very tragic, and we must all condemn this act of violence and speak out. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you for those words. Any additional remarks by members? Let me just say again, congratulations to Mary Sheffield, Mary Sheffield, who will be sworn in tomorrow publicly at the Opera House, and to President of the City Council, James Tate, and all the new City Council members. I'll be in attendance at that ceremony on tomorrow to congratulate them and wish them well. Look forward to working with each of them as we continue to move Detroit and, more importantly, Wayne County forward, working together with all of our municipal leaders. So again, congratulations to the two of them and to all of our new City Council members as well. Any additional remarks by members? All right, hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you all so much.